I'm gonna be the next Hokage.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 12 of the Shonen Bros podcast, otherwise known as TSB by me from now on. I like that.
Was it TSB?
I thought about it today. TSB.
The TSB podcast.
Honestly, I was thinking about how to do like a fitness channel. I was like, I'm just going to do it TSB.
Yeah.
Somebody asked what it means.
TSB Fitness or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, as always, we're starting this episode talking about not Demon Slayer, so it's not as always.
I mean, I could talk about Demon Slayer.
We'll talk about it for a second. I'm sad that it's out of my weekend rotation. I felt very empty.
Yeah,
Should have just done what I did and just threw it into your everyday
I'm on like
rotation.
120 now.
I finished it today.
I figured it wasn't far.
Yeah.
But yeah, Attack on Titan, baby. Who knows what this episode was called?
Sunset.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
It's called Sunset.
It's better than the last one.
Yes, exactly. It was better than the last one for sure.
I liked them opening up with Annie and letting her kind of come back to life and having that relationship between Hitch and Annie kind of showcase. And Annie doesn't know what the fuck really is going on, and she is just as surprised as like, oh shit, the walls did fall. The Titans are walking.
I mean, she knew what was going on, but she had no proof.
She had,
because all she could hear
was stuck in
was
the ice.
4 years.
Could you imagine
being conscious for 4 years?
Black.
Other than hearing Armin
No.
and that bitch talk about her exes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much Armin loves her.
This is the first time we get a glimpse at Annie's past.
Yeah.
And seeing, you actually kind of grow to like her more. I mean, I did at least.
Yeah, I like her more than Gabby.
Yeah.
I still hate that.
I saw on like an article or whatever, like a post, that the Japanese are surprised that we hate Gabby the way we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, hold on, what? I don't
Why?
like her in the slightest.
I guess they have more forgiveness in their culture than we do. We kill bitch on sight for shit like that.
Sorry.
On sight.
We're big on revenge.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I hate the fact that fucking that little girl still wants to be her friend. Kaya.
Gabby saved her dad. I mean, I'm sure she's so conflicted, but at this point, I mean, whatever you got to do to survive, this girl can shoot. Keep her around.
Yeah, 100% accuracy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like the fact that she goes, Gabby is stupid. Keep me.
Yeah, that was at least the humor.
Yeah.
Part
Gabby
of
is fucking no. Don't fuck. Don't.
Gabby sounds weird.
Gabby's weird. Stick with me.
I don't remember his name, and it's terrible for content wise, but the main guy who took over in the castle or whatever.
Flock.
Flock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man just was done. He's done.
He is. He's going.
Well, he's going. Well, yeah, he's going full on like loyalty.
You're gonna support Aaron,
and if you don't,
or you're gonna die.
Yeah, if you don't, you can either die like this man on the ground that he shot
for being shot
unreasonably amount of times. Yeah, unreasonable.
No
amount of times. He's like, you want to die for pride or you want to be submissive? Is what he said.
He was a slave to his
What's
pride.
so wrong about being submissive?
Yeah. Is it worth dying for?
Turns around and is like,
he's got like
to being the old you, man.
Yeah.
We're free.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the uptight asshole anymore. You can go back to being the everybody loves you now, man.
You wanted to be a peaceful MP.
And Gene was like,
usually.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Can
These people just gotta. I can't imagine.
So war torn.
Oh, especially like when it shows like the aliens over there in was it Marley? They're all like, please let us out. We're all gonna die. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Y'all are all trying to conspiracize and break out of prison. No,
all
man,
the devils.
please.
Bro, they're coming for us all, please.
Which turns out that's Annie's
that was her dad.
real father?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not her real father, but
I think that's a real father.
no, because he found her on the fucking sidewalk,
and he trained her in like martial arts for
From the very
years.
yeah.
Backstory. Okay.
Yeah, but
You watched it
before
twice
he
and still didn't know?
ships her off, he's like, "I've always loved you as a daughter. Please come back to me."
Yeah.
And like she
Maybe that's
leaves
where I
hating him, and as time progresses, I guess spending 4 years in darkness, she kind of like reflects a little bit.
She had some time to think. You know,
Well, she had promised even way before then that she would come back
she'd
home.
come back.
Yeah, man, Flock was definitely my favorite part of that episode. I appreciated seeing a little more of Annie's side of the things.
Mhm.
The other thing was Armin.
Yeah, Armin's
He
part
just-
to me was important.
Just snapped.
Because
he's just like, "What do you want me to do? I can't do everything.
Yeah.
How do you want me to stop?"
He's supposed to be the like calm, cool, collected, super smart, think this through, what can we do? And then this time he's like, I don't know what you want me to do, Mikasa. Because
There's so much on his plate that he is unable.
final-
He basically called Aaron kind of like it's a meaningless topic right now. We have to focus on so many things beforehand before you can even get to Aaron.
Well, that and like his departing words were, "I'm sorry if Captain Irwin was resurrected, he wouldn't have yelled at you."
Yeah,
yeah.
because
He
he's the
leaves.
wrong
He
person.
wouldn't have done that.
Resurrected.
And he realized that as soon as he saw like Mikasa's face. Now she was just like, she's only asking out of desperation because she's broken too. She's looking to him because she has no idea what the fuck to do. And they've always looked to him to like, tell me, how do I handle this? And it was kind of a sad moment in a way.
It was very well painting that they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
This is a lost.
Which is crazy. Like that. Like if you think about it, there's a good number of people who just are lost. You think that once they realized the Titans weren't attacking them anymore, after they got rid of the ones that were controlled by Zeke or whatever. But like the rumbling Titans, they're only destroying the buildings that's in their way. They're not out trying to kill people. So you'd think there'd be a little more wave of like, oh, we are finally safe now. But there seems to be a lot of maybe disagreement.
I mean, they're still picking up like the pieces because
like
so many thousands died.
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely died, but
I mean even the citizens.
If I was there, I would have been part of the group of them citizens. Like, you don't talk shit about Aaron Yeager. He saved us, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Say that, and then you see all the fucking.
Those are the Trumpeteers, man. That's pretty much what it's like. Just
so I guess what's his name, Falco, has no memory of
what's
a lot of it. He remembers like meeting Colt and Reiner. I can't remember specifically.
He remembers meeting up with Colt and Gabby, but after that he doesn't know what happened.
He doesn't.
Connie.
He thinks he remembers Connie.
Yes.
He's like, but maybe he doesn't recognize me. So maybe I don't know him.
But Connie is trying to feed Falco to his mom.
Yeah, which he doesn't know.
Mom, yeah.
Nah.
So
that's a sad thing. Still, like
you can see Connie struggling too. He's like, "Thank you, Mister.
Go with it.
Thank you for saving me. I don't know what I would have done without you."
Yeah, and he's
like,
he's not gonna be able to go through it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it now.
I kind of hope he does.
Do you?
I think Falco's gonna be. I don't
think it'll happen, but be kind of a funny little.
Armin might stop him.
Ooh, and also Hanj and Levi still alive.
Yeah, that was what they ended it on.
I like how she said harmless.
Yeah, he's harmless.
Oh, who's that? Oh,
he's just a man who doesn't want to die.
Harmless man over there. Which he is harmless right now.
Harmless? And it's like goes into like heavy rap song on him murking everybody.
Yeah, but in this state, he's pretty fucking harmless.
Yeah.
Kind of unconscious.
Let Captain Levi eat Falco.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him as a fucking Titan?
Is Levi a Titan? Like, could he be a Titan? Is he Marleyan? Or
Does it matter?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
can
have
only
to be of the
you're
bloodline.
gonna be an alien.
But I thought he was an Ackerman, and Ackermans couldn't do it. That's why they're like helpful.
Maybe not.
No.
But I thought when they're at one point where he almost was it not him, but his mom's brother that almost could have used the serum underneath the tree and turned into a Titan to stay alive, but he didn't. You remember?
I seem to recall
In
something
season
like that.
3. Yeah. What was that guy's name? The guy that led like people that fucking used pistols and shit and what was his name? It was his fucking mom's brother. It was his uncle, but
it was another Ackerman.
Yeah, that's so. But I remember him dying underneath the tree.
It's not Kenny, is it?
It is Kenny.
Yeah, I just said Kenny.
I didn't know what the fuck that was you were doing.
You'll see it in the video.
I mean, I saw you do it. I heard you do it, but I didn't hear Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny was not.
That was not.
I heard like
Twins cannot become Titan shifters or even affected by the power of the Titans.
Said Ackerman's can't?
Nope.
Okay. So what was that whole... What am I thinking of then? Underneath the tree and him having...
Maybe he thought
thought he could take it. I mean, it probably dropped next to him.
I think it's more, yes.
Yes. Yeah, you can text me, dude.
But anyways, anything else on Attack on Titan you want to hit on?
I mean, I'm excited for the next episode. I want to see more death destruction, more Aaron.
5 more.
5 more episodes.
5 more.
Okay.
The last one's been pushed out 2 weeks, so.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I've kind of lost my excitement.
You have?
Yeah, for
Attack
it.
on Titan?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I waited to the last second to watch this episode for this podcast. There was other shit I was rather watching this week. And I was like, I'll get to it. No.
It's fortunate.
Well, it was still better than the last episode. And I don't
It
think
was.
the last episode.
Yeah, I still
helped the
enjoy it, but
enthusiasm.
it's just not.
You know.
Demon
I'm gonna
Slayer
give-
had me like up here, like way up here, and Attack on Titan just kind of
Whenever
after
we see-
Aaron like changing and the walls falling. I know it's only been
the
like a couple
founding.
episodes since then, but
I think
it's
once we
just
see
got,
the
like-
founding Titan, it's going to be a lot different. I think you're going to see a lot more. It's
they
gonna be a
better
lot
show
more fun.
like the centipede
Oh,
Aaron bullshit.
Fuck it better.
It is.
Yeah, this dude's already seen it all or read it all, so he knows what happens.
I hadn't read it, but he's basically
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Googled it more than
I thought
anything.
you
Uh,
read it. I thought
I've
you
read it from
Yeah.
the point now to
Oh,
the end.
Just finished it all. Okay.
I haven't read it
Well-
from the beginning, but from like after me and Hunter had to watch those like 9 episodes or whatever in a fucking row.
Yeah.
I just started reading it after that because it was kind of like I was waiting week to week.
What were you
and I was just
reading it
what the
on?
fuck? Found it on some free website. I have to send it to you.
Is it Manga
It's
Owl?
not on. It might be. I don't know if I have it.
No, that's a popular one. If you're listening to this, probably shouldn't go to these websites because they're probably illegal, like the copyright issues.
They don't sue us.
No, but I don't think we should just be like, yeah, go use these illegal sites.
Shit. Go use them. I just typed in free Attack on Titan manga.
Yeah.
I started clicking shit.
I know
I'm looking
Manga Owl has a bunch of like ones you can go read Tokyo Revengers on Manga Owl,
Yeah,
which I know you might be
found that
into.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The anime is Tokyo Revengers old?
Yeah,
Because
I think,
like the beginning manga looks like a 90s anime.
I saw it's either a little older or maybe they didn't have the budget or they might have changed artists. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could find paper copies of the manga, but
You can't at all. Like
Mm-mm.
Amazon, nothing.
Nope.
I thought I saw Tokyo over. No, it wasn't at Second and Charles. You looked for
Nope.
it specifically. That's what it was.
It was weird. I mean, it's not hard to miss Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Teaser, big section.
Mm-hmm.
So
what was
it?
in Tokyo.
That what's that show we watched? Love to Kill
Love
or
of
something?
Kill.
Love of Kill.
So I watched.
Two, right?
I don't know if it was just two. It might have been the first three. I don't know. It's interesting.
We ended last podcast saying that we wanted to watch the at least first 3 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
get a feel for it, and then talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Since I know that we've all seen it, I mean, my interpretation is I think it's going to be a good anime. I like the fact that it does have a little bit of gore, a little bit of drama added into it, as well as it's got some plot building techniques. But she is horrible at her job. She's not a very good person at her job. She just lets, he's obviously a killer. And
I don't think she's horrible at her job by any means.
She's like an informant.
She's not a cop.
No, she's like a hired hitman, basically. She's like a bounty hunter. She's a bounty hunter.
She's like a bounty hunter. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she don't have like the same moral code as like a.
They even mention it in the show. Like there's this now there's like this little economy going on with bounty hunters and shit because of like the rise of all the crime that's going on or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he is the
most wanted person in the world.
Yeah, most wanted motherfucker.
Every division or
and
whatever
he just loves her.
Mm-hmm. So I've seen.
She's just getting spoon fed her bounties, but I don't think she's bad at her job.
I don't think. Well, I guess that was probably.
He's just incredibly good at it, and is just going after these and then handing them to her.
Yeah,
and it seems like he only really kills like
very stalkerish,
bad people.
Yeah, he's very stalkerish. Like sometimes you're like, oh, it's gonna swing where like she's gonna start falling for him in this like certain way. Then he takes it back creepy. Yeah, or he takes it back like, oh, maybe he's could kill her at any moment. Like, I can't tell if he like actually loves her or is obsessed and like trying to hold power over you. Yeah, like, for instance, the one that points out in my head is when they're at that little table and she knocks it over trying to attack him or something, and he holds her arm and squeezes it super hard, like almost like, know your fucking place.
Well, yeah, I feel in there for a second. He was just like, I could kill you at any moment right here.
Yeah, because he pulls her in. So you're first like, oh, it's like a love kind of situation. Like maybe it's going to kind of make her blush or something. No, he's hurting her. And then you go to the subway entrance and he like gives a genuine hug.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I knew I wouldn't hate your smell. And they're just like, all right, I don't understand this guy anymore. Does he?
You too.
Is he?
That was funny.
Yeah.
I like whoever had the idea for this character. Like, he is my favorite character.
So you finished it?
Yeah.
How many episodes? It comes out each week.
6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 7 right now.
That, I thought it was very good. I'm all caught up on My Dress Up Darling, which honestly,
I watched the first episode with Morgan.
Did you hate it?
I
don't remember how I felt about just the first episode.
Some of what happened, because it was like right in the middle of us like about to run into bed.
Fuck it.
So we weren't really. Wasn't really able to just watch it.
I feel it
like the whole time.
In the process of making a second son.
Yeah, no. But so I can't really give a good on. It seemed cute from what I'll
be honest with you. I like.
She's cute. She's a cute character.
I look forward.
I'm not saying
to
her in general. I'm talking about the show in general. I like that the animation quality is really good.
It's very pretty.
It's good.
Very well drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I just like at this point, like she's starting to realize that she's actually liking him. Clearly,
really?
he likes her.
Towards
But-
the later episodes.
Yeah. But like, never once has it made me uncomfortable on like fan servicey
Yeah.
or they don't even make sexual jokes. Like, it's honestly
I'll
really
tell
slice
you-
of life.
When we're done talking about My Dress Up Darling, I'll talk about what I've watched, but there's definitely been some shit in what I've watched that's like
That's
it
all
just
I was
comes
gonna
out
say
of
about My
fucking
Dress Up
nowhere.
Darling.
The
What you been watching?
the story
I'm looking at
that I have about Dress Up Darling is my coworker that I've started talking to him. It's another Asian guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I started watching it, and he goes, I was watching it in my truck in the parking lot, and I was like, as soon as that second episode showed up, I wanted to make sure like no one was around me, turn the phone down, making sure no one was like giving my eyes looking back and
Shit,
forth.
he ain't
scanning
seen
the
none.
area.
He ain't
Yeah.
seen no big titty cows yet.
The first the fucking show have you been watching, Hunter?
You remember I was talking about it last week?
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it, but I'm just saying. If he's shy by that, he ain't seen nothing.
Ain't seen that.
He called it I think he called it the in between from hentai and anime, or
It's an anime.
Episode 2.
anime. Yeah, on episode 2 he called it like a anime. It could
That's what I'm
be
saying. If that
potentially
was
that
what
direction.
he was,
Yeah, I don't know.
is it the
And then
bathing
it's
suit
just-
one?
He's a softie. Yes. It's
a
like her
bathing-
underwear or bathing suit or
Yeah.
something. And she's not even very
it's not that
busty.
bad. It's not bad.
Not at all.
Truly
Mm.
not the worst I've seen.
Yeah.
The but he recommended Ranking of Kings. I'm just gonna segue.
It'll
Are we
just-
done talking about Dress
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about Ranking of Kings.
All right, Ranking of Kings.
Is it worth an anime of the year?
From episode 1 to 3? Not yet, but I can see where it has potential. The first episode is this fucking tiny little prince kid who is the son of a king that murdered like an amazing dragon, like mystical creature, and the only way they describe him is deaf, dumb, and stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Because he can't speak, so everything he says is ah, and that's all he says. He can't hear anybody. So
He's the
having to
Helen
read
Keller.
It's a
basically.
Helen Keller prince, basically, and he ends up coming across this shadow assassin that is his family was completely murdered, so he's just by himself and he's scavenging to stay alive. And they meet up in uncanny circumstances, and then they end up becoming friends. So it's got.
So is it a
potential to
comedy?
grow. I think it's supposed to be a serious show, but for the moment, the story build, it's wanting to start off kind of comedic, kind of soft.
Hmm.
But it definitely has some room.
I don't
to
remember
grow.
what rewards they got. I know he got Best Boy.
Yeah. Well, he's got some fucking determination. I'll give him that. I mean, he's supposed to face his brother in a sword fight, who's like the runner up to being the king of the land because his dad's dying. And
The
shit.
Prince.
Yeah, he's a prince. He's a runner-up prince, and they go to sword fight. And the only reason this guy, the deaf mute Helen Keller kid, loses is because the signer, the guy that does the sign language, says that's not proper Kingsman-like swordmanship. So you need to take hits. You need to trade blows. Because he was excellent at dodging. He's fucking phenomenal. He can dodge everything. He dodged like a bunch of snakes, but
But because he's dodged it, it's not like
it's not.
you're not
Kingsman.
taking your licks, basically. You're just, that's stupid as fuck.
Right. They're seeing as like not a great fighting tactic.
Yeah.
It's not Kings like. But everyone else is an actual fighter, like in that bout, like that's watching them, because they had the whole castle looking at him. He goes, everybody that was watching goes, he won. He fucking won. The only reason he lost is because he couldn't fight, like wield a sword properly
Mhm.
and actually hit with power. So
How many
there's no-
episodes is this?
I think it's like 3 seasons.
Oh, really? There's that much of it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Check on that. I
Make
didn't
sure
know
They're
that.
not like
I thought it
different
was-
languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Because if
But,
it won anime, not anime of the year, but was part of this year's Anime Awards.
So it has 2 seasons. It's got 2 seasons.
When did the first season come out, I wonder? I guess the year before.
No, it's only got 1 season.
Okay,
season 2 is the Japanese season.
Okay. So
might as well take
that
this
makes more
Russian
sense.
off.
How many episodes though?
19.
That's a pretty decent season.
Yeah.
You think you'll finish it?
I probably will. It's a little cartoony, but it's not bad to watch. Like, I find it, I could sit back and watch. I just can't stand hearing the poor kid go, the entire episode. Give me a little more dialogue, dude.
There's no subtitles. Subtitle just says mute.
I mean, and it's crazy because the demon this little assassin kid that's with him, it's like 2 like eyeballs, basically shadow puddle, and he's able to communicate with him perfectly. So like he says, he goes, "What do you mean? You could have dodged him. You could have easily beaten him."
Really?
I was like, It's like, well, I don't know. Maybe you should have tried a little harder.
Just making that shit up.
Yeah, it's probably pure like.
It makes it sound like it's a comedy for sure, in my opinion.
I think it's gonna be a comedy with a serious turn, like in the
middle. Blood.
Not yet. I mean, it shows the shadow guy.
What is it rated?
Murdered.
TVPG or something?
G.
Rated E for everyone.
Where do you see if it's what it's rated as?
TVMA.
You just don't know yet. They'll hit you hard in that 4th episode with like human trafficking or some random shit.
Yeah. Where do you see it?
You find out he can't speak because he was beat as a child or some shit.
I almost said some shit that would have been illegal. Talking about a kid. I don't see it on there.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I don't see the rating for it.
Anything else you want to say about ranking the things before we move on?
Yeah, I think it could be worthy of some awards. Just I need to get further into the story to find more about it. But
I'll ingest it from you because I don't know if it's something I'll dive into. But
it can be a Jacob thing. It's cool.
Yeah, we'll just hear your little updates about it each week.
Cool. Once a week, we'll get up at.
So I binge watched like I think I'm on episode 16 of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation on Funimation.
Huh.
Okay.
That's real fan service.
I wouldn't say fan service. Well, it's got some big titties in there, but that's not like. It's more like fucking. You hear his parents having sex on the other side of the wall, like loud moans, and like his magic teacher, he catches her like in the hallway, sitting on the floor, playing with herself to the sounds of them, having sex on the other side of the wall, that kind of thing. And because it's a was it when you're reincarnated into another world? Isekai, or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That type of anime. So this guy is like a 40-year-old dude and keeps his thoughts and memories and everything, but he's wakes up as in a baby, to this family in another world where there's magic, there's like sword masters all the way up to like god level sword mastery, like northern god and eastern god sword styles and stuff like that. Cool. It ended up being just way better than I thought, so I just ended up binging it. But another part that threw me off was there's this fucking, it's like episode 4 or 5. So this entire time you're like, oh, it's this joyful family raising this little boy, and they've got this like maid and stuff, and then the mom. It starts off called Emergency Family Meeting is the name of the episode. Okay, and the wife is like, I'm pregnant, and everyone's like so happy. The husband's so happy. Finally, we're gonna have our second kid. And then next scene, the maid is like, I'm so sorry, I'm pregnant. And they're all sitting at like the dining room table, like stone faced. And it's like it didn't take us long to figure out who the father was. And like it has like the husband like just apologize. I'm sorry. So
they're both pregnant.
Because he got the wife and the maid pregnant.
Yeah.
And she just stands up. The wife just stands up and just like fucking weird slaps his ass.
All right.
Well, so it comes to find out that she seduced him because she couldn't stand hearing those moans all the time on the other side of the wall. She got too horny and left her door open while she was giving herself a sponge bath, and he couldn't help himself, came in. Okay, so you hear all that, and then like another episode or two later, it's like the maid finally started talking to me more often. This is like the kid's point of view. And come to find out that the maid and the husband grew up together, and he raped her when she was asleep, and that's how she lost her virginity.
Oh. Does she know?
Twist.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
And it's still their maid, and still
What
wanted
the
to seduce
fuck?
him later on.
Fuck.
Oh, I was fucked up.
And then the wife
dark.
doesn't kick her out of the house. She was going to leave. She's like the ride that was going to take on a horseback for like a month would have killed the baby. And at this point, the maid was like part of the family. And so she was like in this bad situation. She was like, I'm not a bad enough person to kick her out and have her kill this baby. So they are raising the babies together in the house.
Huh. That's
Like,
that's
what
a family
the
right
fuck?
there.
Yeah, but the kid is like a genius.
Nice.
He like
Which
he
one?
can
Which one? Yeah.
no the main character kid
Okay.
is a genius.
okay.
Like
Because he's a 40-year-old man.
well, like his ability
40-year-old
with
man and a
magic,
baby.
his ability with
okay.
magic. Like everyone, most people, like 99% of the people have to like say this like spell to like create a fireball or water or whatever.
You don't have to.
He doesn't have to speak it.
Nice.
You just do it from feel.
There's a lot of that specifically in
Yeah.
anime where I don't have to say.
Yeah.
I can just do it.
Kind of, and there's some of that in Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he doesn't even have to do the signs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's that kind of thing. But something happens, like this huge mana storm happens, and like teleports people all over the fucking country into different countries and stuff. So the kid gets dropped into demon country by himself with this little like spoiled princess girl, and it's the whole show's about them trying to get back home.
It's funny because it sounds
Badass
a
fight
lot like,
scenes, good animation. The little
then you should
throw-ins
watch,
of shit like that was just kind of like it held me on for like 16, 17
how
episodes.
not to summon a demon lord, because that great fight scenes. It's an isekai in a way where like the boy it has like a gaming character or whatever, and he's at home, he's a nobody or whatever, and all of a sudden he gets like summoned in his game form to another world or whatever. But the people who summon him ended up becoming his best friends. Like they want to do it, make him a slave or whatever, to help them. But he's so powerful of a character that they had a special item that turned it and reflected it. So now they're his slaves. But it's like one's a cat girl and one's a elf or something.
They have some of that in here. Like there's this
like this
race of
cat
people,
girl.
beast people.
Yeah, this cat girl has like,
and the kids keep getting kidnapped and human trafficked for sex toys.
Something like that.
That happens in this too.
The shit, like, so the whole world is scared of the demon lord coming back, and the last hero or something killed the demon lord, but she's supposed to be resurrected. Turns out the reason they summon this demon lord is to get the new demon lord out of the cat girl. She's like inside of the cat girl, almost like a baby in a way, but like not pregnant. So they go through this whole thing, and they starting this ritual to get the demon lord out of this little cat girl. And this witch is talking him through it, and she's like, "All right, put your hand on her stomach. It's the closest thing to her womb or whatever, and you're gonna have to go in." And
I think I remember you telling me about this.
So he tries it and it fails, and she says, "You're gonna have to go in deeper, find another hole."
Oh God!
And the camera pans to her waistline, and all of a sudden you hear,
there's one.
Got fisted.
There's this one chick who's part of like their like adventure party. Like, so everyone's like grouped up and they're like almost like little guilds or whatever to try to like earn money and shit. But there's this one that this chick she's just a whore. She's supposed to be going out and getting information, but she's literally just going around sleeping with everyone. And like with the mage like chick walks in and like is surprised, and it's just all you see is her like silhouette and like just getting pounded, and like 5 or 6 other guys standing around.
Oh, nice.
And it's like she's like, Eris, are you gonna join me? Like, thanks for coming home. Are you going to join me? And it's like they're walking down the path later on, and it's like, really? There was 5 of them. Like, you needed 5 of them. Yeah.
This is on Funimation?
Yeah, this is on Funimation.
Wow. Got the wrong service.
Yeah. That was pretty much the majority of what I've watched was that.
Jacob, High School DxD's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
You just want to see some shit like that. Dude.
Well, I feel like that's a little different.
Honestly, you need to watch the English version of High School DxD.
Because it says some funny ass shit.
Comparison.
Yeah.
And that shit is funny. There was one, and I remember the scene where he's running and she's following him behind the bicycle. And in Japanese, it's like, "Why are you so slow? You need to work on your cardio, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "I'd love to go back home and lay on the couch or whatever." But in English, she's saying this shit, and he's like, "God damn it, I'd love to be that bicycle seat right now." Talking about her riding his face.
That's High School DxD? See, I thought that was just a different anime. I didn't know.
No, that's High School DxD. It's not titties everywhere all the time. But when they're everywhere, they're everywhere.
Sad.
Oh, I love it. It's good.
Titties are nice.
Where's that one? What's the other one?
I'm gonna have to suck it out with pleasure. Is that High School DxD?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, nice.
I haven't watched anything else.
I watched one episode on Crunchyroll of the Sabiku Bisco.
I saw that.
What was it called?
Sabiku Bisco. If I've butchered that, I'm sorry, guys. Basically, it's like a nuclear fallout happened in Japan, where it's a bomb went off, and it's called the rusting. And it creates a whole new disease where it dissolves everything in its path, including humans. But if you catch it as a human, you've got time to live. And so there's a doctor that's trying to find a medicine in this society that's kind of falling apart in a crumbling-ish area. And his sister has the rusting. But there is an anti-hero or an anti-protagonist here, at least so far that I've gotten. He's worth like 800,000 units of something. I don't know what the currency is now, but his power is he's got a bow that he can shoot, and it causes giant mushrooms to form in whatever he shoots. So it could be like the side of a building, giant mushroom. If he shoots the ground, huge sporing mushroom comes out. And if you
poisonous,
if you breathe in the mushroom dust or the pores of the mushroom, you catch the rusting. And it starts killing people. And apparently he made it through some sort of sacred barrier from whatever. And people are buying mushrooms, like the ones that you can eat and stuff, and selling it kind of like as a drug off on the side. But I believe the doctor is trying to use these mushrooms to find a cure. So he thinks he's trying to figure it out. And the doctor's name is Panda.
What is this on again?
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
And the first first episode, it shows the doctor in a brothel trying to treat patients. And the doctor is leaving the area, and the housewife or woman, whoever's the head bitch there, we're just gonna call her that. She goes, "Would you like some free pleasure on the house? No cost. Thank you for treating all the patients." And he's got 4 girls at a bar waiting for him, and they're like, "Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me!" And they're like, "No, you don't want me. I'm the one. He wants me." And she goes, "No, thank you. My sister is waiting for me. I'm gonna go heal her."
Mm.
So it's got some morality, but I wouldn't.
Did y'all hear? I was really excited about is Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater.
Really?
I mean, they're not like gonna tie.
I mean, they're in the
anything.
same universe.
Yeah, they're just mentioning that it's in the same universe.
Well, the author said it's the Fire Force is the prequel to the same timeline of character and shit like that. That'd be cool if they. Mm-hmm. Same author, same production company.
Yeah, but
same art style.
How do you tie in Soul Eater?
Centuries difference.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's got to be a
prequel, so
it's got to be a hell of a prequel.
You think about what's going to happen after they figure out how to deal with Amaterasu. I mean, they
go to school.
Yeah. They send all their children.
They go to school.
The kid. I mean,
I
where
love
does
that
Death
show.
fit in? Is Death going to be born out of some sort of like realm of this? Because I feel like that's just a whole different, almost fantasy. Because you've got firefighters with incredible abilities versus Soul Eaters, which have
firefighters whose job is not to really fight fire, but to fight fire beings.
Right.
So it's not like they're
not eating souls, though. I mean, the souls. I mean, they gain power from eating souls. They're. I mean, are fire these demons?
What if Amaterasu turns the whole world black?
That'd be such.
And that's how you get to the world that exists. And I don't know. I just saw it. I thought it was pretty cool.
My man Benimaru better survive.
No, ain't nobody taking his ass out.
Hell no. He'll
That's
take
all
death
I care about. you better the first one to cause Death to go black.
Him and what? Joker?
Yeah, Joker.
I love Joker, man. We're so ready for that. Bungo Stray Dogs got a new season confirmed.
I still
which I would love for you guys.
I need to go watch that.
Y'all want to talk about
it was good from what
anime?
I've seen of it already. I
need to watch
I don't know why.
Y'all see where they killed all them kids? Did y'all get that far?
Fuck them kids.
I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell. I would have to go back and see because now it's probably been probably a good over 6 months since I've watched it. You know? Have you watched all of it? The movie too?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Damn.
3 seasons in a movie.
Yeah, 3 seasons. I knew it had 3 seasons. I didn't know there's a movie too. But
I'm excited. That's a good one. I just get really attached to characters like that, and I don't want them to.
Which character? Like the main dude? Or you talk, or the okay, so
the suicide guy.
Yeah.
he just wants to kill himself, but not alone. You know, trying to find a hot bitch to die with. But he's just so OP, and he knows it. I
like the fact that he used to be part of the mafia.
Mm-hmm. His friend from the mafia. Once you get far enough, I think, besides the leader, so in existence of like their, I don't remember what they call their powers, but something really close to quirks or something. Dazai has one of the strongest ones because he just cancels out your ability. Like if he touches you, you can't use your ability. But his friend, who is another captain in the mafia or whatever, has the ability to control gravity. And he has like a 2-stage power. Like he can control gravity and like put the weight of whatever the fuck he wants, amount of force behind his fists and his kicks and shit. And he can fly. So that's pretty cool. But when he loses his fucking shit, he'll go into like a rage mode and he's able to throw fucking black holes at shit. And literally once he hits that form or whatever, he can't stop. Unless Dazai literally comes and touches him and deactivates his power, he'll consume himself. And
it kind of reminds me of the Eden Zero, same creator for Fairy Tail.
really,
His ability is gravity control. He controls gravity. That's his gear that he gets.
I just thought it was pretty cool because they hate each other, but their chemistry together is so good that I mean they're forced to be friends in a way almost. That's weird. So literally can bring his friend back from the brink of self-destruction, and
Probably
it's
a good thing.
I know one of my favorite scenes in that moment is he tells him you got to use the power or else we're not gonna get out of this, and he does it. He's like, if I do this, you got to bring me back and don't leave me like last time, because like once he deactivates his power, he's unconscious. He's
just
like,
left
I
him there
promise I won't.
unconscious.
Just fucking left him.
Did he do it this time too?
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus.
He saved him. He's just like, well, that's
Bye.
it. He walks.
My job
Bye.
is
Have a
done.
good time.
Yeah, that's a good show. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
I'll talk about some manga here at the interview. No, I won't give anything away, but
some Demon Slayer manga.
I finished all of Demon Slayer today.
Okay, well, if you guys want to talk about it, I'll go make myself a drink.
I said I wasn't going to give anything away.
Okay, all right, cool.
A lot of sad shit happens.
I believe it.
But it ends happy.
Behind.
Which doesn't...
All of Demon Slayer?
Yeah, I've read all of it. And there's only like
205 chapters.
There's 205 altogether.
Okay.
Point one.
Yeah, the point one is a random little side story of Rengoku.
Oh.
It's random. But 205, this doesn't give anything away. 205 is present day Japan and shows their like great grandkids and shit and what their families turned into and which characters died and how they reincarnated into these people today and got to live out their like what they didn't get to live out when they were Hashira and stuff. It's sad.
That'd be interesting to see.
You get to see every single Hashira's backstory throughout the show. All of them are sad.
Sure.
Well, yeah, all of them are sad. And, dude, man, they put everything into doing shit. That's all I'm going to say. But, fucking... there's one thing that disappoints me is Tanjiro doesn't really give anything away, really. Tanjiro never really fully learns every single form of sun breathing. There's one form.
12 forms.
There's 13. And he never learns the 13th. He doesn't die. It's not like he dies and never learned the 13th. It's just he couldn't figure it out. The only person that knew how to do it was Yoruichi. And there's nothing.
The man.
There's nothing to teach you how to do that shit. The only this doesn't give anything away either. It's just a cool little thing. How he learns how to do the other 12 really is just from seeing almost like an Aaron type passing of down of memories, his ancestors' memories. He sees Yoruichi perform the 12 movements.
All right. Since I'm a question guy. I want to know questions. And
you might want to walk away now, Jacob.
Well, I'll try not to. Well, how about this? If I ask a question and
if it gives something away, I won't answer it.
Yeah.
All right.
Or I don't know if it's not important. I don't really care. But does everybody who knows how to do the dance, the Hinokami Kagura, like did Tanjiro's dad know all 12, or did he just know the generic dance?
He just knew the dance.
Okay. I was wondering. Because it's still, I mean, we got to see.
The ancestor that passes down that memory of the dance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tanjiro's dad.
His grandfather.
Like, yeah. I mean, maybe even before that. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get, and I've tried to do math and see people, the time spent between Tanjiro himself and Yoruichi. And it seems like hundreds of years.
Yeah, it does.
So,
and one badass thing, again, doesn't give anything away. I'm just preface this. No one defeats Yoruichi.
Yeah, he's the one that. Yeah, that
No.
I feel like I already knew.
Yeah, I told you that
he dies
being never touched.
He dies
after he fought his brother.
He dies during the fight of his brother.
Yeah, but he never got touched. It was just kind of like
he dies standing up of old age.
Yeah, like
and then he's ripped in pieces by his brother. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, you can't defend yourself. You're dead.
No, but
that's like in Baki. If you've ever seen the second season of Baki, the Baki's dad, the strongest person in the world, punches this old man who's like 110 years old, who's the master of all martial arts or whatever. Like punches the fucking shit out of him, where he ricochets off the concrete wall, type hard. And the judges, like, the crowd's just like, how could you fuck an old man up like that? And the judges come up and is like, well, he died of old age before your fist touched his face. And he was so fucking mad. But yeah.
It was kind of like that. It was more sad, though. Because the whole... Their chemistry, Yoruichi and his brother, is sad.
Yeah, because he's jealous.
Yeah, but the part that was the saddest to me was the fact that Yoruichi always had deep and like profound love for his brother.
Well, that's what's sad, is like Yoruichi was a natural. He didn't even really have to train too hard to be as good as he was. And it's easy to be jealous of that. But also lots of times you see people who just are naturally good that they don't understand. Like they realize they're good, but it's like I'd give it to you if I could, but I love you.
Yeah, well,
so
like Yoruichi from the very beginning was like treated like shit by his parents. Like made him sleep in like a closet. And it was until like Doma, I think is his name, his brother, brings him this wooden flute as this the only toy that he's had.
Is Doma? I thought Doma was the one that we saw with who turned Daki, and I could be wrong.
Maybe right. If that's Doma, then the fuck was his brother's name?
I thought it was something long.
I don't remember it being anything long. Look it up real quick. But he gives him this like wooden piece of shit flute, and Yoruichi treasures this like thing for his entire life. Like up until he dies, carries around this little flute that his older brother made for him. Even though his brother Michikatsu.
Yoruichi and his twin brother Michikatsu were born into the Sukanokuni clan.
And I cannot
see. That's what Shibo. They also have that as his name too. So it might be Mikatsu Kakushibo. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's gonna cover our 12th episode of the Shonen Bros podcast, talking about Attack on Titan.
A few animes that we've had to branch out because Demon Slayer is no longer with us.
It'll be forever with us.
It's kind of good and bad. Like bad in the fact that we miss it, and good at the same time. Like we're now able to get into this newer animes that we haven't really
for you, Jacob, and for our viewers who listen and watch. It starts off fucking strong for the next Demon Slayer.
The next arc.
Oh.
As long as they start from where the manga is, I thought seeing all the demons come together and all that was awesome to me. That's all I'm going to talk about with that.
Well, the sword. Have you finished the sword village stuff yet?
I'm almost. I feel like I haven't checked.
And that's the next arc.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Okay.
I was told that the Entertainment District arc is one of the best arcs out there, though.
I believe it.
It is one of, if not the best.
It is one of the best because they're all good.
They're all the best.
There's only one that I don't know if I don't know what they're gonna do with it. If they'll make it just like a few episodes, or if they'll actually make it its own arc. But it's basically a training arc where they're all getting stronger. So I just can't see them making that its own. Actually,
you could.
Okay, never mind. Because I forget what the fuck happens at the end of this shit, and what the end of that training arc is like the fucking seed to the end. So it's pretty fucking important.
What
so maybe they will make it.
Look forward to most recently is, I believe, March 8th.
March 18th?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
18th? You
18th.
Sure?
Yep, I'm positive.
I must not have seen the one. I got excited.
March 18th, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie comes out, and we're all going to go see it, right?
So 3 weeks from now. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that episode.
Thank you.
Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram. Check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you'd like to enjoy
where you hear your podcast.
This bullshit. But we'll see you next week.
Peace.